Our next stop on the tour is none other than one of the premier programs in Prince William County. CD Hylton Coach Tony Lilly is making it all happen, and we're right here with him today. Coach Lilly, thank you for having me.
Oh, not a problem. I'm glad you guys could come down.
Definitely would not miss this opportunity. Hylton's program, as I said, one of the premier programs in Prince William County. How have you built this program to what it has become?
Well, I think the biggest thing was, I felt like we needed to start out with a great staff, and as I hire staff members here, it's a priority for me that these staff members understand that we're coaching these kids in life. We're going way beyond this game of football, so if I tell all my coaches from the start, if you're getting your wins on a Friday night, you're in this for the wrong business.
That's right.
For me, that win happens in 6 years when the kid comes back from college with his degree, and says, hey coach, it made a difference for me, we get a lot of talent here, so I think combined with the talent and the coaching staff that we've had on board here for some time now has led to the success we've had.
That's right, and that's why we call it student athletes, not just athletes, but you're also building up young men as well. I want to ask you about the program itself. Over the past, say, 4 or 5 years, you all have had stellar records. Just last year, you were a bit under the radar. There was a 6-5 record. What are we doing this year to come over that hump?
Well, I think one of the things that we ran into last year was we had a team that wasn't completely bonded for the same reason. I think there was times where we had some selfishness on the field. The priorities were a little bit more about what my game was about. I'm one of the most competitive people in the world, and when it doesn't bother my players that we lost the game, then I have a problem with that. And
That's right.
So it's been an emphasis throughout our entire off season since December was to bond these kids together for the same purpose. That there's no individual in this program, and I'm extremely excited about this group right now because it's what they show me every day.
All right, and talking about this group, is there any position that we can look forward to where there has been a major change, or are you bringing back a lot of your players from last year?
Well, it's kind of a mix. We're bringing back a good number of players. We brought back a large number of skilled athletes, probably the best group of skilled athletes I've had since I've been here. We do have some young players. When I say young, I mean first-time starters on the varsity level. So we're still continuing that process of learning and getting them exposed to playing at this level for a full game. So there's some positions on our defense in particular where we're still experimenting and still trying to find and get the right meld out there.
Now, when we talk about experience, I believe that O-line may be pretty experienced. Can you talk about them for a moment?
Yeah, it's a good O-line that's coming back. I mean, basically 3 of our starters are back on the offensive line, solid offensive linemen. We're looking at two other guys on the line that are they're a member of that group, but it's first time starting for them. So we're really kind of starting to get past that deer in the headlights look with them.
Right.
Where they're actually not having to just think all the time, where they're starting to react a little bit more and understand the scheme and what we're doing. So I'm pleased right now with the movement.
All right. Now, I understand we do have some young players coming up, even from the JV, transferring in. Are there any players that you're looking forward to in particular that may have a big season?
Well, right now, certainly we have the best running back in the country in the backfield.
I was definitely going to get to him.
But at the wide receiver spot right now, Deshaun Mickens has really come to a special place right now. He's a multiple offer kid. He's a 6'3" wide receiver at 190 pounds, and he's doing some good things for us out there.
Right.
Really, I've got a 6'5" wide receiver who's kind of been a project, and he's continuing to get a little bit better. The better he gets, the better we're going to be because he's 6'5". We can get mismatches with 5'9" corners, and so those are some of the guys that I'm looking forward to really kind of being impact players for us.
And stepping it up, definitely.
Absolutely.
Now, we definitely cannot leave this interview and not mention one of the top backs, not just in Virginia, in the country, Mr. Penn State commit Ricky Slade. Talk about Ricky.
Well, it's been an honor for me to coach Ricky and watch the growth of him as a player from his freshman year to going into his senior year, where he actually looks like a man now. And
That's right.
you know, and it's just. It's hard to describe. I mean, I watched this young man as a freshman do things that I've never seen a freshman do. You know, as he came in as a freshman, you know, I remember the summer he was working out with us before his freshman year. You know, kind of mentioning to some of my coaches, you know, y'all think I'm crazy, but this kid might be our starting tailback. And you know, of course, you got coaches on the staff that are like, you know, come on, coach, he's a freshman. It's a big difference. Well, you know,
Right.
I think our first scrimmage, his second carry, he went 76 yards for a touchdown, and I looked over and said, oh yeah, he's the man.
He's the man, right?
You know,
right.
but for me, it's just been it's been really a great relationship on the field and off the field with Ricky and his family. You know, from day one, you know, the first offer, which I can't remember exactly who it was. I can remember going to him immediately. It was, you know, during the day in class, and pulled him out, and I mentioned to him, listen, man, this is just the first offer of a long journey that you're going to be on.
Right.
You have to remain humble and remain hungry through this process. Don't ever think you've arrived. And I think that's the part that I enjoy about Ricky, is that he's one of the most competitive players that I've ever coached.
Absolutely.
He doesn't take it lightly. He doesn't like losing. And
That's right.
you know, so just seeing his body build over the years, seeing the athletic ability that he has. I look forward to Friday nights, to going up to my best friend that I've grown up with all my life, who does stats for me. At some point in the game, I'm going up to him and going, have you ever seen anything like that? I've never seen anything like that. So it's been a great experience for us. It's been a great experience for our program and his family.
All right. Now, Hylton is well on its way. You all are getting ready for a scrimmage. Who is that against, and what can we expect at that scrimmage?
Well, we're going to scrimmage Centerville either tomorrow night or Friday night, depending on weather. Right now, we're looking at the weather situation. Coach Chris Haddock is up there. Centerville historically is a very dominant team. It was just 4 years ago where they won back-to-back state championships. We've been scrimmaging them since I've been here for the most part, and it's usually our second scrimmage, and we know going into that scrimmage that we're going to learn a lot about ourselves, because we're going to play a really talented team that is exceptional at what they do. So, you know, that's kind of the first stepping stone, and then we'll open up with Robinson the next week.
All right. Now I'm going to get you out of here on this one, Coach. We want to see Hylton do very well. Over the last couple of years, the playoff hump has just been a difficult one to get over. What can we look forward to this year?
Well, I just think that we, you know, again, I can go back last year, you know, with the team that wasn't as solid a group, you know. I just feel like with this group right here, we have a vision, and we understand every day when we go up on the practice field what that vision is. You know, and we're not going to worry about things that are down the road, that are out of our control. We're really focusing on right now, in the moment, what can I do to get better? How can I help this team do better? Am I doing the job out here that my teammate is counting on me to do? And then hopefully we can get in there and make a run.
That's right. And I hear it from coaches all the time, one game at a time.
One game at a time.
All right, Coach Lilly. Well, we will look forward to many, many wins from this Hylton squad. Coach Lilly, Monet Anderson, Fox Sports. We'll see you the next time.